Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the week ahead. See what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's get right into this reading and see what's going on for my Taurians, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead, second half of July. What can they expect? What's going on for my Taurians, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What can they expect? Any messages, any insight, wisdom, guidance? Show me clearly what's happening for my Taurians for the week ahead. Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Alright, it's weird. It doesn't want to shuffle anymore, so let's get into it. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Oh, we got the Scorpion coming out. Your counterpart, Scorpio, is on the other side of you guys. Okay, interesting. It's kind of like the last reading I did for you guys last week. Trying to remember what it was about. It's just like you guys definitely were getting a bit fed up, frustrated with perhaps the people around you or just current circumstances, and there's a bit of like your stingers up, your heckles are up, like you're on full defense mode, protecting yourself or someone that you care about. Lots of fire energy already coming out. So any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead? What's going on for Taurus, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead? I don't know why I feel like I'm just shuffling it like this way, just to really see if there's anything specific for my Taurians. Oh, wow, yeah, oh my god. Yo, my stomach just dropped. You know that feeling like you get on like the roller coaster and like you're about to go down, your stomach kind of drops like that? Or like the oh shit kind of feeling, like instead of butterflies, like the good kind of fun, nervous butterflies, it's like the uh-oh, like, oh, like literally my solar plexus, man. And the rabbit, okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lamb. It's the message that keeps coming through to you guys. Despite all the chaos, the drama, the intense energy, find your safe, quiet, peaceful place where you can just go inward and have some inner peace, because externally, in your surrounding environments, in your relationships, in your home life, in your work, whatever's going on, it feels... it's a lot. What's that underneath? Oh yeah, underneath the Lamb, the Frog. You guys are needing such a release. You guys are needing just an emotional release. We have lots of green kind of coming through here. It's intense. It's a lot. You guys may need to just have a good cry or talk to someone you trust or do a little journaling and just allow yourself to release any pent-up emotions that you've been kind of bottling up for a while, especially because you guys have been dealing with so much. It's almost like you guys could be reaching like a breaking point where you just need a good cry, like you just can't hold it in any longer. Like, yeah, you guys have been trying to keep your shit together. You guys have been trying to just stay calm and focused and in control. But everybody reaches their breaking point at some point. You know, you have a lot of pressure on your shoulders and you're carrying so much weight. There's only so much you can carry before you explode or before you drop it all. And you're like, you can only keep juggling things for so long. It's actually making me think of this one card in my fairy deck, but I can't remember which one it is. But it's about balancing, and there's only so much you can do about balancing, like the balls. You guys have been balancing balls and, you know, juggling and shit, and you have so much on your plate, and at one point, you may lose your balance, or you may drop the ball, and that's okay, right? And to not beat yourself up over that, and, you know, it happens, and that's okay, but it's about it's about you guys definitely needing to get your balance straight, because you're a little bit out of balance. We have mostly fire, a little bit of earth, and the earth card that we have out here is the rabbit. So there's a lot of anxiety that you guys could be experiencing this week, second half of July. I mean, your last reading was pretty intense, the group I was picking up on, and I think it's the same group I'm picking up on. So if you resonate with last week's read, or the July reading that I uploaded like about last week or so. I feel like this is the energy continuation. Obviously you're going to pull some tarot messages and see like what exactly is going on and see where you guys are headed towards or what you guys can expect. But just the current energy right now is like, you guys, let's just take some deep breaths. I need some water. My throat feels very like tight. It's weird. It's so strange. Everybody take a breather. Be sure to stay hydrated, okay? Stay grounded. Be sure to take care of yourself. If you need a timeout, if you just need a moment to just check out and just be by yourself, maybe go out in nature and just have a little nature walk. Get some fresh air if you can. You know, if it's raining, just grab an umbrella or, you know, get cleansed by the rain. You know, sometimes it's kind of fun to just go out in the rain. I know it's kind of cold after, but then you can just hop in the shower, take a nice long hot shower, and just kind of relax and just have a peaceful moment to yourself. I'm just feeling like you guys are really needing it. You guys are going through a lot. It's intense. It's overwhelming. There's, again, with that fire ant, this literally came out the last reading I did for you guys. It's just like you have so many different opinions and people telling you what to do and giving you orders and trying to control you. It's super frustrating, and you guys have had enough. The Scorpion coming out, it's like there's this energy of you guys stewing on a situation. It's giving you a lot of anxiety. Like there's a lot of stress that you are carrying, and you're needing to find a healthy way to release this. I can't tell you what it is that will help resolve some of these stresses, but like just like a healthy way to release some of this frustration, release some of this anger, release some of this anxiousness. Like there's a lot of intense, heavy energy, and I feel like you guys are needing to find a way to release this, especially since the frog, the lamb, and the frog was at the bottom of the deck. The frog does talk about more of like an emotional release, like talking about it, crying, letting it out, but also like I'm feeling exercise would really help a lot of you. Or just, again, going out in nature, getting some air, going on a little walk, or just like maybe doing a little workout routine, just getting some of that frustration out, you know, like just punch something, punch a punching bag, or punch a pillow if you ain't got a punching bag near you or in your nearest gym. Like just let out that energy, because I feel like there's a lot. Oh, you guys, it feels intense, you guys. Like, I can't lie. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. I honestly thought that maybe I'd be picking up on different group or a different energy, or that maybe things had, like, subsided. But it's like, this is, like, part 2 of your last reading, okay? But this is for whoever truly needs it, okay? It's interesting with the rabbit coming out. So there's like a lot on your mind. There's a lot of like thinking and trying to figure out your next plan, your next move. There's anxiety about the future. A lot of you are feeling ungrounded. There's a lot of unpredictable energy that you're not sure what's going to happen. Nothing here is set in stone, and it's just like a lot of things right now are out of your control. Like the ball is not in your court, and it's a bit of a struggle. Not having the reins to steer the direction. It's like the Chariot, except you have no control as to where the horses are going. You're like, my hands are off. I'm just trusting fully in these horses to lead me to the right place. Oh man, it just feels intense. And there's a need for you guys to definitely release something. With the Scorpion, there's also the need for you guys to speak honestly, and there might be something around forgiveness that's coming up, but it's like if there's something or someone that has hurt you, it's like not easy to just forgive them. I don't know, something about the Scorpion, because the Scorpion does talk about like anger that you may feel towards someone. And like just like a lot of defensiveness when it comes to a certain person or situation that you're dealing with. Yeah, let's just pull some tarot messages. Let's see what's going on. I think you guys definitely, that's like, oh my god, what am I saying? You guys definitely need some solo time to yourself. Alright, so messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Oh my god, can I shuffle? Any messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead? It's like this deck is not trying to shuffle. It's like, come on now. Oh, we had a card just fly out on my lap. We have the Star, Aquarius energy. I like that. I do like that. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead, end of July. Okay, let's get into it, I guess. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. We also have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So there's like a delay in movement, or like you're feeling almost like you're going backwards. Instead of moving forwards, you feel like you're falling backwards, or like you're feeling stuck, like there is no movement. 2 major arcana cards coming out right off the bat. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Rising, Venus. I keep wanting to call you Scorpio because of the Scorpion. I just did Scorpio's reading though. Some of you may have Scorpio in your chart, but like I said, they are your counterpart, or the opposite sign, your sister sign technically. We also had the 5 of Swords reversed. So that's interesting how I mentioned forgiveness, and that sometimes can reference forgiveness. Justice. Oh, you can't forgive until things... Wow, look at all this major arcana. We have Justice, the Magician. It's interesting. So Justice fell on top of the Wheel of Fortune and the 5 of Swords reversed. You guys can't forgive someone until the scales are balanced, until there's fairness, until, like, someone apologizes, or until, like... Because the 5 of Swords reversed sometimes can indicate, like, an apology, right? But there hasn't been an apology. And it's like, well, I can't forgive you until you... own up to what you did, or like, you know, and forgive doesn't mean you forget, and just because you forgive doesn't mean you can just let them come back in, like strolling back in like nothing happened. Like some of you are just like unable to move on from this situation until you get like justice. Bottom of the deck, we had the 5 of Cups, the Hangman, and the Ace of Wands, and also the 9 of Swords. So there's that anxiety, there's that stress, there's those fears, the rabbit energy that came out earlier. So again, the Hangman and the 5 of Cups, you guys are kind of just stuck in this limbo energy of feeling, there's like a lot of heaviness, there's a lot of emotions that are going through. It's a lot, it's intense, and that's why there's just so much overwhelmingness that you are dealing with right now. Right now it's like life feels like a puzzle, and there's a lot of missing pieces, and you're trying to understand the full picture. You're trying to look at things from a different perspective. You're trying your best to stay like optimistic and positive about the future, but it's hard. Like, it's really difficult. You know that you are in control of your life, and you know that you are able to create whatever it is that you want, and you know that you have all these wishes and these dreams, and that they don't have to be dreams, they can turn into your reality. But it's just like right now it's really difficult to stay positive because there's just been so much that you've been dealing with. It's just been one thing after another. Like, there are some really positive things coming to you in the near future, possibly about like your career or some sort of passion or a wish fulfillment, a dream, which is really good. And I think you guys have been really trying to manifest this and like work towards it and bring it into fruition, which is also really good because we did have the King of Wands as well at the bottom of the deck, so it's like that's looking pretty promising. But there's just like a lot of emotional things that you guys have been dealing with, and so that's kind of been getting in the way of all this other, like, the fun stuff, right? That these emotions and these struggles and these fears and anxieties about this situation, where currently there's no movement, nothing's coming out of this situation, there's no apology. It's like, maybe if this has been like a fallout between you and a person, or you and a group of people, it's like there's been a lot of silence or no communication, and like you don't know where you stand with this person, and it's just like there's just like a lot of sadness and energy of feeling disappointed and feeling like you can't really do anything to change it, like you're just stuck. And so, yeah, like I said, you're trying to change your perspective and like look at things from another view. You're really trying your best to like even look at it from their side, or like maybe I'm in the wrong, or how would it feel like if I was in their shoes, right? Which is, that's fair. But yeah, I don't know, it just feels like nothing's coming out of the situation at this moment. It just feels like a letdown. It feels like disappointment. It feels like your hands are tied. And there's just like a lot of mental turmoil. Like, there's just a lot, especially like with this 5 of Cups in this deck, like obviously definitely lots of sadness and heaviness and emotional. But I also see this as like a lot of mental confusion and not really knowing how to move forward from this. Or how will I be able to accept this? Like, there's just, like, a lot of, like, hopelessness is kind of what it feels. And then it's like regarding this new beginning, Ace of Wands, something that you're extremely passionate and excited about, that you've always wanted, or a dream, or something that you have wanted for a while now, wished upon. It's like there's anxiety when it comes to starting whatever this is. There's like some doubts that you feel. Maybe some of you haven't been supported on like the decisions you made, or the direction you decided to go down, or like the journey that you're on. Some of you decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go after this thing that I'm super excited about, this passion, this thing that's really gonna make me happy, something that I've always hoped and wished and dreamed for, right? The star, where I can truly be my most authentic self, and I can also work on healing and going after my dreams and going after the life I've always wanted. And then you did that and you weren't supported by those that you trusted or loved, or again, the opinions of other people were like, oh no, Taurus, that's a bad idea. Taurus, you can't do that. Taurus, don't do this, do that instead. And like, you know, bossing you around, telling you what you should do. And you hit your point where you're like, you know what? I need to do what's best for me. This is my life. And so you did that, right? And now some of you are like, did I make the right choice? What if they were right all along? What if I did this all for nothing and now I look like a fool? Now, like, you know, there's like a lot of anxiety that you guys are feeling. And it's just like second guessing yourself, kind of just like really fearful that you did this all for nothing. That's just kind of the feelings I'm getting from this. But that's not the case. You didn't do this all for nothing. You really are, you guys are, I know right now, like, you're in the thick of it. 5 of Cups, 9 of Swords, the Rabbit. It's just like, and the Hangman, like, you definitely feel stuck in this. And you may feel like you may be in this energy for a while. I'm not going to lie to you, especially with that Hangman energy. But I think the most important thing for you guys right now is just to get in control of your thoughts. Try to get in the present moments. Get into some sort of activity that puts you in the now. Just for, you know, whether it's even like 10, 20 minutes. Like, trying to just get back on your feet and just focus on yourself. Forget about the situation just for now, right? You will worry about it. You can deal with it later. Right now, the most important thing that you can do is support yourself. Give yourself that love, nurturing energy, and be there for yourself, okay? Remember the lessons that you've learned. Remember to apply everything that you've gone through up until this very point. Remember to apply that wisdom, okay? Right now, you guys are definitely in your head, but you need to come down to the ground just a little bit, right? Remember the logic that you have and all that wisdom that you carry, and don't forget to apply all that you know. Because right now, some of you, it's like you guys could be, where are my words, y'all? It's like, it vanished from my mind. Anyways, with Justice coming out, things are going to be brought into balance. It may just take some time for it to unfold. You just got to keep focusing on yourself and your path. I do feel like there's a lot of protective energy around you, lots of protection, and how important it is really just, you know, focus on your wellness and your health. I just kind of want to pull a couple extra cards for you guys just to see what you guys can expect moving forward from this. Like, because I don't want to just end it there and be like, okay, let's pull some fairy messages. Like, what can Taurus expect moving forward? That's too many. What can Taurus expect moving forward from this situation? Based off the current timelines, we have the 2 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. So there's like a decision about your home life, decision where you live, decision maybe even about moving, decision about a foundation. You have some sort of choice about this. And that's actually interesting because underneath the lamb and the frog, we had the stingray, which does represent a decision between the old versus the new. And with this decision, you're needing to connect with your intuition. You're needing to look at all angles. You're needing to, again, don't just react impulsively. Take your time to consider out your options before reacting. But this decision may be about a cycle that you've been on for a while. And it's like, are you willing to go back onto that cycle and possibly like repeat history, repeat the cycle that you've just been going through and end up at the same situation? Or are you going to apply that knowledge that you've gained, the wisdom, and move into this new path, this new direction? Like, let me see, is there anything else? Is there anything else for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what they can expect in the near future? So you have some sort of decision coming up about this. And this could be in, like, again, the home life or some sort of... It seems like this is regarding a situation that you've invested lots of time and energy into. The world. So whatever you end up deciding, that's actually interesting. In the traditional tarot, the Two of Wands, normally there's like one wand that's just a wand, and then there's another wand and it has the world on top of it. And for me as a reader, I always say it's like you have a choice. You either continue on this cycle or you choose to jump off this wheel and complete something. And so with the world coming out, and even the Ten of Pentacles, tens are always known for endings and completion of cycles. So maybe there might be some sort of cycle regarding around your family, like coming to an end. And if not, I just overall, whatever this situation is, whatever it involves with, whoever it involves with, that's coming to an end. Or it's like whatever you end up deciding closes this chapter once and for all. Like something comes to an end here because of a decision that you made. Something's closing out, but something new is also beginning. And it's really just a matter of time before this comes to a close. The world, it has this little this hourglass right next to my finger, right? You see this little hourglass. It's like time's ticking. There's only a matter of time. This door is closing, whether you want it to or not. Like, this is out of your control. I feel like there's so much, you guys, that's out of your control. This is also a very significant time for you guys. We had the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Magician, the Hangman, the World. Like, we have a lot of major arcana coming out here. There's a lot of major cycles closing out, and a lot of divine intervention, or like how things are unfolding. As crazy, as chaotic, as stressful, as emotional, as intense as it is, this is happening for something much bigger. Like, there's a bigger plan to this that you just don't see, okay? I feel like overall, whatever you end up deciding will bring you to a much more stable and grounded place in your life where things aren't so uncertain and confusing and overwhelming and stressful. I feel like you guys are going to reach a really, if I can speak, peaceful place in your life. But something here needs to come to an end, or like a full stop. Seven of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Again, decision about letting something come to an end. It's like you guys are almost out of the thick of it. Seven of Wands. I always see this as like you guys are almost out of this thick, scary forest. You're almost out on the other side. You're so close. You guys need to defend yourself. And that's kind of the same energy with Scorpion. I was like, you guys feel very like defensive over yourself or something that matters to you or something that you stand by. Speaking up, speaking your truth, you know, being your authentic self, not backing down. Yeah, so it may require you guys to cut something out of your life once and for all, or like just removing something once and for all. I know it's intense, you guys. Oh my god. Woo, so let me get a fairy message and wrap this read up, and then we'll also pull a couple Tikashi messages. But it's been intense, you guys. I'm sending you guys all my love. I know you guys, July has been an intense month for y'all. The group that I'm picking up on. I hope you guys are okay and well and healthy, and just, you know, really take care of yourself. And you're definitely not alone. There's a lot of people going through this, right? How many Taurians listening to this who are in the same boat or similar boats as you? Like, just know there's so many people that can understand and relate. It's not just you. Okay. Anyways, fairy messages for Taurus, Sun, and Venus regarding this reading for the second half of July. Weekly reading for Taurus, Sun, and Venus. Fairy messages, please. For Taurus, Sun, and Venus. Any fairy messages we have? Wow, the Guardian at the gates. Ooh. Number 3. Let's talk about it. Guardian at the gate. You know, this is the bridge between your old life versus your new life. You're like in the middle of this bridge. You're walking towards this new chapter, this new start. You're also leaving behind a lot of crap. And it's like some of you could decide to turn around and go back to the past and go back to how things used to be. Kind of like that Two of Wands energy that I was saying. It's like you have a choice to either continue on this cycle or you can move past this. But once you move past this, once you move into this new direction, like there's no going back. You can't forget what you've gone through. You can forgive, but It doesn't mean that you're going to forget. It doesn't mean that you're going to, it's intense, y'all. Okay, so let me get the book for this. Number 3, Guardian at the Gate. Passages to new life, openings, and gatekeeping. The principal task of the Guardian at the Gate is to facilitate the passage from one realm to another, and to block the passage of which is not ready to patch. These realms may be the fairy, earth, cosmos of the singers, or unity. They can also be considered as levels of reality or states of consciousness. In one state of consciousness, we are the ordinary world. In another, we are fairy or unity. Our body doesn't move, but our minds do. The Guardian at the Gate of unity facilitates the passage of the song into the hearts of the singers, and aids the passages of humans and fairies into unity, to be filled by that song when it's their time. We cannot make mystical experience happen to us. We can only open our hearts wider and wider until we're ready, usually only momentarily to receive it. The Guardian at the Gate recognizes our ready. Along this line, one man in the Oracle online group notes, "We see the energy gathering into the starry gate, or streaming out of it, in this picture, but we cannot tell what's happening on the other side of this gate. This is very suggestive of how these gates and our passages through them can be. This is the primal spirit of all the guardians that appear when we are about to step through all metaphorical and most physical gateways. From the guardians of the passages between the worlds to the guardians, doorkeepers, at your own front door, they are all manifestations of one spirit, like faucets of different sizes on the surface of one diamond. Naturally, this card shows the guardian at the gateway to fairy, and also the fairy's oracle itself. Every person, every fairy who has ever helped us through an important passage was manifesting the energy of Guardian. Now the Guardian holds the gate of the other world open for us. All we need to do is enter. Drawing this card indicates that a passage is being made to the beginning of something new in our lives. It speaks of new opportunities and new openings. Passing through this gate may lead to a physical journey, a mental or emotional one, or a journey of the spirit. It always leads to adventure. This gateway will also lead to significant change in our lives. The passage through such a gate changes us. The gate we face may not seem like much, the decision to enter may not seem like a matter of a great moment, but the presence of the Guardian at the gate tells us that something important is happening. It indicates that going forward through the gate is no such small thing, but something to be approached with awareness and prayerfulness. We are embarking on a new phase of our lives, and there is no going back once this gate has been passed. That's the kind of transition of the Guardian at the gate leads us to. Always irrevocable change. We may, of course, ask the Guardian at the gate for guidance and protection on our journey, and we would be wise to do so. Alternatively, the presence of the gatekeeper in a reading may indicate that the Quorn is being asked to help open a gate for someone else, help provide the opportunity for them. The job of a gatekeeper or gatekeeper's assistant is merely open the gate, not to push people through it. Reverse. The reverse Guardian at the gate card can indicate that a gate is closed to us at this time. Perhaps we're even trying to do something that's inappropriate for us, something that will take us off on a dead-end road. Standing here, banging our heads on a closed gate is not a productive activity. If we have our hearts set on a going in particular new direction and this card is reversed, a good question is to ask, what do I need to attend to first in order to bring this opportunity into my life? The answer to that may be unfinished business from the past, which may make us unready to move on. If so, we need to complete that first, whether it is something in our physical world or in our inner selves. An alternative possibility is that this gate is open and we are refusing, possibly out of fear, to see and enter it. We may be telling ourselves that it's not a real opportunity, that it wouldn't really work, that we can't or don't want to do it after all. We might even be feeling both an attraction towards it and a substantial fear of it, and we might be denying the fear and giving ourselves all sorts of reasons and rationalizations and justifications as to why a sensible person will not try that. Yet the gate stands open. Deep thought is required. Prepare for initiation into a new life. Well, I feel like this last part about the fears and making excuses and trying to rationalize why you shouldn't do this, or these fears that are, because there's lots of fears and stresses and anxieties that you guys are experiencing. So I feel like that is possibly why you guys could be fearful of stepping into this unknown territory. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I know that was the title of one of your readings, not the last one, but I think the one before that. But, it is completely up to you and what you're going to do, but I think deep down what the best possible answer decision is for you, right? And if you do need to take your time to just think it out, contemplate, please do that. Like, do not rush into anything until you're 100% certain, okay? Let me just get a couple Tikashi messages. But what a fitting card to come through. That's really kind of the imagery I feel when that Two of Wands and the World fell out. I was like, yeah, like, you have the choice to wrap this up once and for all, or to keep it going. It's a tense reading, you know, but it's okay. This will pass. This won't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. So just remember that. Where you're at right now, a year from now, you may be somewhere completely different that you never even expect, okay? Any Tikashi messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this weekly reading? We have wellness, right? Focus on your wellness. We also have joy, okay? When you focus on your wellness, you'll feel much more joyful, okay? Wellness. Wellness is a feeling on the inside which emanates outward like love. Wellness is a state of mind which emanates outward like love. In fact, wellness is love. If you are unwell physically or emotionally, seek out and remedy the cause, and do not just band-aid the symptoms, for your wellness is your natural state of being. Do not settle for second best, and all will be well. Joy. Be joys that you be. Be happy about how things are in your life. Take pleasure in the little things. Judge nothing to be too insignificant. Know that an attitude of joy can melt away all difficulties. You may be in for some delightful festivals or a joyous surprise. Okay? So, just get through this tough part, and there's going to be a reward waiting for you. 100%. Whew, Taurus, that is what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. You can always turn on the bell so that you're notified when I upload in the future. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at JadeStoneTarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.